Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Sunday, August 23rd, 2015. In the Lynn-Body-Mind we have me, Ra, also Pan, Asha, and Luce. In the Jamie Body-Mind we have Black Wolf and Glenn. Other teammates are in other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension at some level of the subatomic or another. From your point of view, we're all of us in the subatomic.
That's true.
As the body-mind continues to withdraw her support, we are seeing more and more clearly how little we are actually able to accomplish, and it feels overwhelming, impossible to accomplish the goal. And nonetheless, the reality is that we have soul contracts that are ironclad to manifest the divine plan right now. In other words, to trigger the awakening right now. The data showing what's required is to provide a collective restart right now. The data also showing this portal is essential to the effort. With that, our videoed portion of today's work begins. What do I know? I know that mixing up the terminology is essential when we lose focus, as all sentient presences do. After our living room walls have been decorated in the same way for a period of time, we no longer see the artwork, and it's true for concepts as well. It's important to continually shift the frame of reference so that we can continue to see the art itself.
That's true.
So our recent labeling of live the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God, has run its arc of effectiveness, and now it's time to replace it with something that means the same thing but is worded differently, and that's a search for truth life.
That's true.
To set aside our convenient lack of curiosity about why things are the way they are, and instead to become intensely curious, to say about every aspect of experience, why is this happening? What more can I do? How can I get to more clarity? How can I get to more truth? What can I say that will contribute to more truth around me? What can I do that will contribute to more truth around me? And I feel a little bit like Pan right now, and how I have spent the better part of 2 days once more sifting through the nature realms.
Yes, that's true.
Because my assignment in the 3D on Planet Crazy was so disgusting, and I didn't want anything to do with humanity, and I didn't want anything to do with the spirit world souls.
That's true.
They're all disgusting as best I can tell.
That's true.
And so I wanted to find that there was truth in the nature realms. That's what I wanted to find. But that isn't what my experiments are showing.
That's true.
I do know what truth looks like, smells like, sounds like, tastes like.
Yes, it's true.
And I know that it smells, tastes, sounds, and looks more like truth here than any place else.
That's true.
So I'm back here, and I'm going to start picking up this rubble. It looks like collapsed concrete slabs. It looks like a disaster zone after an earthquake.
That's true, in the pillar.
Well, I'm not sure where I am, but I'm here housed in this body-mind again.
Yes, that's true.
So I'm not sure where I am, but it is a disaster zone, and it smells more truthful here than any place else.
That's true.
Even though these collapsed things seem to be kind of like lies that have come in through the walls, pressed in the lies of the ambient surroundings in all dimensions, and it doesn't seem to be just in Planet Crazy Earth and its environs. It seems to be in all levels, up and down.
That's true.
This pillar, the smaller subatomic lies, the higher subatomic lies, the spirit world lies. This points out what Ra was saying yesterday, that there is such a high standard for truth and integrity that's required in order to manifest the divine plan, that for all intents and purposes, to that standard, there is no integrity around.
That's true.
There might be integrity when judged by other standards, but not when judged by the standard that's required in order to manifest the divine plan.
That's true.
So in asking, what now? How may we be of service right now? Again, as Pan, the answer feels very clear. We have got to clear out this pillar. And I see how Ra was the only one working overnight, as best I can tell.
That's true.
And he's just carrying it up box by box, and it's coming in faster than he can carry it out.
That's
and so
true.
overnight we lost a lot of ground. Once more, always in the overnight, ground is lost. And
That's true.
the body-mind is aware of this for many years, observing others, that overnight people mess themselves up quite severely, as
That's
how
true.
the body-mind used to think about it, or whoever was living in the body-mind would think of it.
That's
As
true.
overnight people mess themselves up. And I now see that overnight the lies just kind of press in, and unless we, the souls, are actively clearing them, all hands on deck,
That's
keep
true.
this clear, well, then they press in, and we are once more choking on what smells like diesel fumes.
That's true.
We have got to get this pulley system
That is
going.
true.
Without this, with some kind of mechanical
Transport system.
yes, we can't keep up with it.
That's true.
The lies come in faster than we can keep them cleared.
That's true.
Let's see if we can get these pulleys working, and not at the transport portal, but
All the way up
right
and out
here.
the top, and all the way
it
down
feels
to
right
where
here
you
at the kind of like the intersection between physical and spirit world, kind of maybe right through the crown chakra.
Yes, that's
right
true.
there is a clear spot. And also here at the upper chest, the burden chakra, which is an important let go, let God point.
That's true.
So that makes sense that would be another important staging area. We need to have some of us stationed at whatever this let go, let God point represents for the greater effort, and
That's
whatever the
true.
crown chakra represents for the greater effort.
That's true.
Those are constriction zones. I feel like I must be Pan.
Yes, that's true.
And Ra is pointing out to me, don't forget the oneness chakra. He can see
Oh,
where the
that's
cables
true.
get really frayed
That's true.
running through that area, how tight it is. And Asha is saying it won't hold.
That's true.
So we need those three areas staffed.
That's true.
And not just for a little while, but continually. And this is what Ra was getting to when he was saying it feels overwhelming and impossible, because just keeping it clean is a full-time job for all of us. And
That's true.
he acknowledges that is what the body-mind was saying to him, is that the Mardi Gras parade runs through here every single day.
That's true.
And she has been keeping it clean, and now she's saying, clean it yourself. I'm going to clean my physical body, and you
That's
clean
true.
the rest of it. Hot shots, it's up to you.
That's true.
And when we see how much work is involved, it feels overwhelming and impossible.
That's true.
But we're still on the hook. Our soul plans are still there.
That's true.
This is still for us to do.
That's true.
And there isn't anyone else going to solve this disaster.
That's definitely true.
And then everything just winds down in the slowest possible, most extended agony possible.
That's true.
And that's the worst possible outcome.
That's true.
This is all collapsing. It is all coming down. It's simply a question of time, and we're simply trying to minimize the suffering.
That's true. What now?
And again, this isn't rocket science.
Right.
We already know what to do.
Get the pulleys working.
Get them working.
Get the boxes attached to the pulleys. Get the boxes moving up and out. And keep the pulleys moving in a steady stream.
And not just from way down deep to the transport portal. That seems to be what we were working on yesterday, even
That's
though I
true.
wasn't focusing on that.
That's true.
And that's crazy. And so then there was this big build-up in the
Right, the
upper
crown.
body.
That's
Well, and not
true.
just that, like in the lungs. Maybe that's part of that shortness of breath.
That could be.
It could very well be.
That's true. Box is not cleared all the way out.
Right. And there's
That's
still a little
true.
shortness of breath, which makes no sense. You know,
That's
this
true
is
over
the
here too.
body of a long-distance runner. These are long-distance runners.
That's true.
Where's shortness of breath even entering into the equation? That makes no sense.
That's true.
That's the part that is disconcerting. There is nothing complicated about what needs to be done. It's simply an awful lot of effort.
That's true.
And every single day.
That's true.
And every single night.
This
is
true.
What it is. And again, the metaphor is if we were dropped in 300 feet underneath the surface of the water, and we need to make it work.
That's
make
true.
it work. How to create a livable work environment.
That's true.
300 feet underwater. It's constant effort to keep breathable air.
That's true.
Have enough food, have enough water, and to take out the trash, the waste products that are generated as a natural part of living.
That's true.
Huge constant effort, and that's what it is to be a working portal from the higher dimensions into the physical dimension.
That's
how
true.
to keep it workable.
And we see how we've been using the energy of the bodies to power it before, and now when it's up to us to use our own energy to power the process, it's
We can do virtually
staggering.
nothing.
That's true.
It is as if we are ants, and true, ants can lift 10 times their body weight, or
It's
20
true.
times, or 100 times their
That's
body
true.
weight. But still, now let's try to get 10 ants to lift the couch.
Right.
2 humans can lift the couch,
That's true.
but 10 ants cannot lift the couch.
That's true.
They can't lift one leg of the couch. That's how it feels.
That's true.
What now? What now? We have got to get stronger.
It feels like Betty Jean and her crew have set up above the crown chakra, maybe in the 3rd sky chakra, 5th sky chakra, higher up in the
Yes.
pillar, and I can see them starting to create a pulley system there. The pulley system that Betty Jean and her crew are working feels like it sorts items and delivers them to their right place, as well as moving them up. Like it feels like our pulley system is pretty one purpose. Just get the stuff up and out. Get the lies out. Get the unhelpful stuff out. And then from Betty Jean's portal it seems to go in different directions.
I'm not convinced
I
that's
don't know
a good
if that's the right
idea.
thing. Maybe
That
we should
doesn't
just get
feel
it up
like
and
the right
out.
thing. That's not helpful.
Just get it
This
up and
needs to
out.
get out, and it needs to get out as close to the center of the bullseye as possible, as
That's
high
true.
up as we can send it, as close to the center of the bullseye as possible. What that would create is, and we've seen this before, what that would do is create channels that go up to
And
that
then
point
out.
and then out. That's incorrect.
true.
Wrong move. Dismantle that. Take it down.
There we
Stop
go.
helping us if that's the best you can
Now
do.
it feels like
There
it's
we
just
go.
going vertically.
Just vertical.
Just
This is
straight up.
basic. Friends, this is basic. How many times do we have to say the same thing?
Just straight up.
Just straight up.
Straight up as high as we can get, as close to the center of the bullseye as we can get.
Do not create horizontal activity. Do not do it. If that's what you want to do, go away.
There we go. Betty Jean's going, I did it again!
Yes.
There we go.
I like Betty Jean.
Me too. Me too. There we go. Now it feels like everything is just going straight up.
As high up as we're able to get. Labeled as lies. Burn them even. Burn them. Luce is up there, and he's very on guard to not send lies out into the spirit world,
That is true.
because that's the last thing we need to be doing, is delivering more lies. He's lighting them kind of as it goes past.
That's true.
It's like, this is all identified as lies. This
That's
is coming
true.
past me. I'm burning them. I'm burning
That's
them.
true.
And many of them, this morning we were working with lies about Luce,
That's true.
and burning all of those.
That's true.
Got him to the point of realizing, wait a minute, this all needs to go. This is crazy.
That's true.
So many people blame all their stuff on Luce. It's crazy.
That's true.
Like what Glenn was saying about him is Luce is a loose cannon, which is true. And then Glenn goes on to say, and Luce did all these things, and Luce is saying, I don't even know that guy. I've never been in that place.
True.
What in the world are you talking about?
That's true.
And in Glenn's defense, he thought that Luce did those things. He seems to be legitimately confused.
That's
He
true.
said, oh my gosh, I thought you did.
That's true. He feels really bad about it.
Well, he should.
Like actually genuinely bad about it.
He feels terrible about
That's
it.
true.
He said, I thought, how could I, and now they're doing that thing like getting an iPhone display to get bigger.
Yeah,
He's saying,
true.
oh my
Zooming
gosh,
in.
that isn't you at all.
Isn't you.
It's like he took everything that was maroon and said, all maroon things have to do with Luce.
That's true.
No.
No, zoom in.
Right. Have curiosity about what's actually going on. And put in mind of Fernando, who used to wear a cape that looked just like Luce's cape, and he did that
that's true.
intentionally. He did that intentionally.
Wore a loose costume.
Yes.
That's true.
Which is gross.
It's really gross. Especially if you're going to do inappropriate things.
Well, I think he did it because he would like to be
like
Luce.
That's true. Like a little boy who wears a Superman costume.
Right.
That's true.
Tuning to truth. We know what truth smells like.
That's true.
We know what truth looks like.
That's true.
We know what truth sounds like.
That's true.
We know what truth tastes like.
That's true.
We just keep scrubbing this
Scrubbing it
pillar
up and keep the
and
pulleys moving.
Yes, keep the pulleys moving.
Yeah, I'm having
I can
trouble
even
finding
find
it.
the vibration
But
of the
I can raise the
assignment.
vibration
I
of
can
the
raise
work.
the
I can
vibration
tune
of
to
what
truth.
we do, and as we kind of do that, I get an idea that maybe the vibration of the assignment is over the horizon.
That's true, up ahead.
So the assignments are so far above what
I'm doing.
I'm doing, and
That's true.
I don't see how to get
from
to
here
there.
to there.
It looks impossible, so the assignments need to be broken down.
Well, that's true.
And I am clearly the one
do
who's
that.
giving the assignments, and I'm
Right,
giving
that's
it
true.
out of some kind of, and I feel like Ra
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
true.
I'm giving these assignments out of some kind of frantic
Fear, panic, feeling.
knowing of what needs to happen.
That's true.
And saying, well, in order to get here, we have to get to this point.
That's true.
And the truth is we aren't going to, and so we need to reevaluate the entire plan.